Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making stuffed cabbage. Alright, I'm starting out here. I have 2 medium heads of cabbage. I cored them, took the heart out, cleaned them, and now I'm boiling them. I'm going to boil them so the leaves start to fall apart and pull the leaves off. Okay, while my cabbage is cooking, so I can separate, I'm going to start on a big bowl here with 3 pounds of lean hamburger. This is like 85-15 or something like that. And you really have to start with lean because the grease will just come out of the stuffed cabbage while it's cooking and just give you a greasy mess. But I'm adding in 1 large chopped onion, so 3 pounds of hamburger. I'm adding in 1 egg. Okay, I'm going to add in some garlic. Alright, I'm adding in 1 heaping teaspoonful of garlic. Alright, that's my pressure cooker. We're going to be doing them in the electric pressure cooker today. And if you don't have an electric pressure cooker, you would take these and you would do them in a Dutch oven or a roasting pan at 350 for about 2.5–3 hours. Okay, now I'm going to add in some seasoning salt, roughly about a heaping teaspoonful. Some celery seed, about a ½ teaspoonful. Some ground oregano leaves, about a teaspoonful of that. Some Italian seasoning, and it's pretty much like making meatballs. I'm going to add in about a teaspoonful of that. Then I'm going to add in some pepper. About a ½ teaspoon of pepper, and then some salt. And you don't have to use sea salt. I'm using that. You can use regular table salt. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to add in a little bit of Italian seasoned breadcrumb to get started. And then I'll keep adding until I get to the right consistency that I need. And I'm going to get in here and mix this up. I normally would use 2 hands, but since I'm videotaping, I want to keep one clean just in case. So if you do this at home, go ahead and get in there with both hands. It's easier. Whoop. Get all your spices and seasonings mixed together well in there. Now I'm going to add a little more breadcrumb in here because I want this a little drier. So I'll go ahead and add some of that in. My cabbage is starting to come up to a boil, my cabbage pot. So the leaves separate off of there pretty quickly, so that shouldn't take long. Alright, my water's boiling and my cabbage leaves are starting to separate. And I don't want to cook them. I just want to boil them so they separate off of there. You can like coax them along and pull them off of there. So I'm going to continue cooking my boiling my cabbage so the leaves loosen up, pulling these off. And when I'm done with this, I'm ready to start making a stuffed cabbage. Okay, now that my cabbage leaves have cooked, I'm going to start rolling these. And you want to select your best leaves to start because you're going to use the less so perfect leaves to line the bottom of your pot. Now I take a little bit, about like that. I don't know, it's a little bigger than a golf ball, shaped like a football. So give that a roll. Fold them over and then roll them up like that. Okay. Now I forgot to tell you about this one step. On your cabbage, you have a stem. You want to trim that down like that because that'll make it roll easier for you. So you go ahead and put your meat in there. Give that a roll. Fold it over, and roll. When you sit these down in your pan, set them folded side down. Alright, I'm going to finish up these up and we're ready for the next step. I'll be back. Alright, I have all my stuffed cabbage rolled, and I forgot to put rice in it, but that's no big deal. If you put rice in, if it's in a pressure cooker, you can put it in raw, about a half a cup. If it's in the oven, you want to boil that first to the manufacturer's instructions and then put that in. I'm going to make the sauce for over top of our stuffed cabbage. I start out with 1/46 ounce of tomato juice, 1 can of that. Got a little paper in there, alright. And to that, grab a spoon over here. I'm going to add in 3 10.75 ounce cans of tomato soup. These are the normal size cans of soup you get in the store. Now you may have also heard these called pigs in a blanket, and here in the coal region, here in Pennsylvania, we call them pigeons. But no, there's no pigeon meat in it. It's beef, ground beef, hamburger. Alright. Now that I have my 3 cans of soup in there with a can of tomato juice, I'm going to add in a little bit of Italian seasoning. This is just to flavor up our sauce a little bit. And a little bit of salt and pepper. And it's pretty much to taste. Alright. Give that a good stir to mix the soup and the tomato juice together. And I'm doing it in the same bowl that I had my beef in. It's all about saving time and saving dishes. It's all going to be cooked through anyways. Alright, in my electric pressure cooker, I'm going to start out by adding in a little bit of this sauce on the bottom. Now I have this preheating so it's warm. And this is going to help keep this from sticking. Now those less than perfect cabbage leaves that I said about earlier, you want to line the bottom of your pressure cooker with them. And this here is also to help keep your stuffed cabbage from sticking. Alright, now that I have those in, my pressure cooker just going nuts, I'm going to throw in my stuffed cabbage. Just line them in there. And depending on the size of your cabbage leaf, they turn out all different sizes, which is a good thing because you have one for the littlest guy in your house to the biggest guy in your house. So I'm just going to continue lining these in here. Alright, now I'm going to line the top off with a few of these extra leaves because they're good eating just like the stuffed cabbage rolls. Alright. Now I'm going to dump the rest of my sauce in there. Now this is an 8-quart pressure cooker. If you have a 6-quart, you want to make sure you don't overfill it or you'll have a mess on your hands. Alright, now I'm going to close this up. I have to reset it because I just had it warm. Make sure the airtight's on. And I'm going to set it for 1 hour. Alright, when that's ready to come out of there, I'll have you guys back. Alright, I allowed these to cook for an hour. I released the pressure. Let's open them up and take a look. Dish some of these up here. And like I said, there's an assortment of sizes. One for the biggest guy in your house, one for the littlest guy. So everybody will be satisfied. Get a little sauce in here for you. Alright, there you have it. Homemade stuffed cabbage, pigs in a blanket, or pigeons. Give them a try. I think you'll like them. So next time, I'll see you.